Here is your weekend weather outlook for the Toledo viewing area. Today, it will be cloudy and windy, with occasional showers. The high temperature will be around 70 degrees across the viewing area. Over the weekend, a strong cool front will settle across the Ohio Valley, bringing the potential for heavy rain, strong winds, and the occasional strong thunderstorm. On Saturday, thunderstorms will be possible throughout most of the day. The chance for severe weather and flooding increases to a slight risk into Sunday afternoon, with a likelihood for severe thunderstorms, mainly from the hours of 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. Primary risks include, but are not limited to, heavy rain, frequent cloud-to-ground lightning, wind gusts in excess of 60 miles per hour, and small hail. Drivers should be especially careful when driving through these heavy thunderstorms. Conditions will generally begin to clear throughout Sunday night into Monday morning. Stay tuned to the National Weather Service for up-to-the-minute information on any severe weather in your area.
This is a simple emergency message, which is being broadcast at the request of the Ohio Department of Transportation, in conjunction with the National Weather Service office in Toledo, Ohio. Throughout the day today, there has been a large number of car accidents reported throughout northwestern Ohio. The amount of incidents reported on local roadways is much higher than that of an average day. It is believed that many of these crashes were caused due to hydroplaning and reckless driving on the roadways during heavy downpours. The Ohio Department of Transportation would like to use this message to remind drivers how to safely drive in severe weather conditions. If you are caught in a heavy downpour or a thunderstorm, you must try your best to remain calm. Eliminate any distractions around you, and focus on the roadway. Try to keep a large distance between you and other cars on the road. This will give you and others more time to react in the event of hydroplaning. Drive slowly, and be courteous of other drivers. If the weather gets too intense, it is advised that you safely pull off of the road, and remain put until the storm clears. Heavy ponding is likely on low-lying roads. If you come across a flooded road of unknown water depth, do not attempt to cross it. Remember, turn around, don't drown. Harsh travel conditions will remain in place for much of Ohio through the weekend. If you don't have anywhere you absolutely have to be, it is advised you do not drive in these conditions. Stay tuned to local news media and the National Weather Service for more information, and up-to-date information on weather conditions in your area.
Hello everyone, my name is James Bold, lead news anchor for First Coast Weather and News. Right now, we are going to get into some national news. For our first story, we are taking a closer look at what turned out to be a dangerous and even deadly weekend in Ohio. As a slow-moving cool front settled across the state, severe weather and heavy rains led to an absolute deluge of rain. Rescue efforts are still underway in numerous neighborhoods, as some low-lying areas were completely flooded out. Hundreds of homes are currently considered too damaged to repair. But one of the most interesting and unfortunate parts of this story was what occurred on the roadways. Thousands of reports came in from across the state of injuries and even fatalities from car crashes. While it isn't unusual to see car crashes on any given day, especially during a time of severe weather, the sheer number of occurrences is staggering. While data is still being collected from across the state, it is believed that almost 5,000 car accidents occurred over the weekend. It is unknown why there was such a sudden uptick compared to usual. Even during other instances of severe weather, the amount of reported incidents was much lower. Maybe the storms were particularly severe? Maybe it was a lot of foreigners traveling for summer vacation that were unprepared for the road conditions and drivers around them? Who knows? The Ohio Department of Transportation plans to launch an investigation into this event very soon. For now, they are focused on keeping people safe during cleanup efforts after these deadly storms and car accidents. We will keep you updated as we learn more information in the coming days.
So, Adam, how's the report coming along?
It's going alright, I guess, sir, but something doesn't seem right about this.
What do you mean by that?
The sheer amount of accidents over this short period of time, something doesn't seem right about it.
Why do you say that? You saw how the weather was outside this weekend, right?
I don't know. I just have a bit of a gut feeling. Something seems really off about all of this.
All right, Adam, whatever you say. Just keep working. You're doing a really good job.
Thanks, Josh. I really appreciate it.
This message is being broadcast at the request of the Hancock Police Department. A local area emergency has been issued for Hancock County until further notice. Around an hour ago, numerous self-driving cars were reported to have lost control, mainly in and around the city of Findlay, Ohio. As of right now, the behavior of these cars have been erratic. Some have seemingly been attempting to hit civilians, storefronts, and generally crashing into random places. There have been a few reports of minor injuries and property damage, but no fatalities have been reported as of now. The Ohio Department of Transportation is currently investigating the issue and working with the tech companies that own these vehicles to try and find a solution to this issue. At this time, civilians are being advised to remain indoors and off the roadways until this situation is resolved. Stay tuned to local news media for more information and future updates on this event.
What the hell is going on?
Sir, I really don't know. I'm just as confused as you are.
Do you have any idea on where to start with all of this?
Not really, Josh. I've been in touch with the tech companies, but they don't really seem to know what else to do either.
Well, I guess just keep working. See what you can do. See if you can find any leads on what could be causing this.
Alright, sir. Will do.
This message is being broadcast at the request of the state government of Ohio. The following message is an emergency update, which is being issued in regards to an ongoing situation in Ohio. Please stand by for potentially life-saving information. The situation involving compromised vehicles has seemed to grow larger. What started initially as self-driving cars being compromised has now seemed to spread to vehicles with any sort of wireless or Bluetooth integration. Many car models that were made in the past 10 years are likely vulnerable to potential compromise. The cause behind these incidents is still currently unknown, but authorities are working to find an answer as soon as possible. If you drive a vehicle that has wireless or Bluetooth integration, it is highly advised that you do not drive. If you are in a vehicle that loses control, try your best to remain calm. If your car begins to lose control and is about to crash, brace for impact, cover your head, and protect your vital organs. If you see a car crash, or a car without a driver on the highway, contact your local authorities immediately. Stay tuned to local news media for more information and future updates on this event.
What the hell are we going to do about this?
I really don't know, sir. The situation isn't looking very good.
What more can we really do, though? The federal government is going to get involved soon if we don't figure this out.
Well, I may have something. I received a strange email in my inbox this morning.
Who is it from, and what did it say?
It was really cryptic. It was from an anonymous source. The message seemed to be aimed at the Department of Transportation. The sender was telling us to stop investigating what is going on throughout Ohio.
That's crazy. We should submit this to authorities immediately.
That was the plan. I just wanted to get your approval first.
Go right ahead. Who the hell even targets the Department of Transportation of all things?
I know, right? That's really weird.
This message is being broadcast at the request of the state government of Ohio. A shelter-in-place order has been issued for Western Ohio until further notice. The situation involving compromised vehicles has reached a tipping point. All travel is highly discouraged and should not be done under any circumstances. Local law enforcement and military personnel are working to stop as many of these out-of-control cars as possible. They are also working to safely stop cars that have people in them that have lost control. Law enforcement is currently working to block off major roads in order to forcibly stop these vehicles. Do not travel on the roadways until all clear message is given. Remain indoors and away from all roadways. Please give authorities room to do their job. Thank you for your cooperation. Stay tuned to local news media for more information and future updates on this event. This message is being broadcast at the request of the Erie County Police Department. A law enforcement warning has been issued for the city of Sandusky, Ohio, until further notice. A heavy police presence is occurring along Cedar Point on the north side of Sandusky. Limited information is known as to what is underway, but law enforcement says all residents and citizens in the area should remain indoors and away from windows. While a shelter-in-place order is not in place for the city of Sandusky, it is still advised everyone remains inside and off the roadways. The Erie County Police Department have described a person of interest in whatever they are doing, and a specific vehicle. They are currently looking for a man for currently undisclosed reasons. The current suspect is Alexander James, a 5'11", Caucasian male, with brown hair and green eyes. He was last seen wearing a gray hoodie, black jeans, and sunglasses. He was also seen driving a 2018 Honda CR-V, but no license plate numbers were given. If you believe you have seen Alexander nearby in your neighborhood, please call local authorities immediately. Stay tuned to local news media for more information and future updates on this event. This is an administrative message being broadcast at the request of the Erie County Police Department, in addition to the Ohio Department of Transportation. The following message will contain information relating to an earlier police shootout that took place on Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio, along with information relating to the future of transportation in the area. Please stand by for this important message. At around 5:50 p.m. local time, 26-year-old Alexander James was fatally shot by police on Cedar Point. It is currently believed Alexander was the cause behind the rash and hacking incidents and car crashes throughout Ohio in the past 2 weeks. Alexander was shot dead after he fired on police officers during a shootout. An investigation is expected to be launched as to how this happened, and to see what vulnerabilities led to this terrible event. As for the future of driving in this area, residents should be able to resume using their vehicles, regardless of technology implanted within, by Friday morning. This is to ensure that it is safe for drivers to get back onto the road, and to allow time to start cleaning up the damage from this event. Thank you for your patience throughout this whole emergency, but as of now, an all-clear message has been given. Stay tuned to local news media for more information and future updates on this event.
Well, I'll be damned. I still can't believe it.
What do you mean by that?
Alexander. I just can't believe it.
Why? What was so special about Alexander?
Oh, I guess you didn't know. About a year or two before you worked here, Alexander James used to work here at the Department of Transportation.
Huh. Do you think this whole ordeal was aimed at us specifically? That he was trying to make us look bad?
Who knows, Adam? We'll never know now.
Hello everyone, my name is James Bold, lead news anchor for First Coast Weather and News. Right now, we are going to get into some national news. First up, we have an update on the situation that began last week in Ohio. On June 16, a man by the name Alexander James was shot dead by police in a shootout. It is believed that Alex was the mastermind behind the hacking of many wireless and Bluetooth-enabled cars throughout western Ohio. While it does seem like this story is mostly over, there is some interesting things to know. Alexander was fired from the Ohio Department of Transportation in early 2019 for unspecified misconduct. Also mentioned in the police standoff was that Alexander supposedly trashed his computer last minute by throwing it into Lake Erie. We may never know a multitude of things about this case, such as the vulnerabilities he exploited, his motives, and what methods he used to carry out his attacks. I guess we will never know why this man underwent these attacks, but we can only imagine. Hopefully everything returns to normal in Ohio shortly. Thank you for tuning into the First Coast Weather and News afternoon show. We hope you have a good rest of the day.